Hello everyone, this is Kevin, your Apptrepreneur, and what is the #1 food delivery app-based service? Is it Postmates? Is it DoorDash? Is it Caviar? Well, I guess it kind of depends what your term of #1 is. If you're talking about sheer numbers, then yeah, DoorDash and Postmates are duking it out, with Postmates winning by a pretty wide margin. But if you are talking about who's making the most money, the answer would be nobody's #1, because they're all losing money. And the only way you could actually debate who's #1 is who's losing the least amount of money. However, there is a company out there that is profitable. And there has been multiple companies that have started that have failed. Sprig, Munchery, just all these companies that start and they fail and they fold. But there's an exception to the rule, and that exception is from a company called Peach. And they are in Seattle and San Diego and some third city I can't remember, but it's in the article below. And they will be expanding to Dallas very soon. And their whole thing is this. They have done something that none of these other food companies have managed to do, and that is they have found a way to make their business profitable. Now, how have they done that? Well, I don't know for sure exactly. It's kind of a mystery how these apps really make money or how they intend to make money. But it seems that Peach has figured out a very good formula of, hey, you have a menu, a dedicated menu, you have a dedicated time frame, and you give people options to buy food in advance, guaranteed, no cancellations, or very few anyway. And Peach has managed to take that into one city, and they made a profit. And then they expanded to another city, and that city made a profit too. So they expanded to a third city, and they're making a profit there. And now they're expanding to a fourth city. And should they make profit there, they will expand. If they don't make profit there, chances are they would shut down the operations and try to expand someplace that would potentially grow them, should they get the money. And Peach has figured out what Postmates and DoorDash and Uber and all these companies keep failing to figure out. The whole winner-takes-all mentality does not work if you don't have a business model. Because here's the thing. Right now, Postmates and DoorDash are kind of like Uber and Lyft. They are giving out bonuses and deals and free delivery, trying to convince you to make them the only company out there. But then the question remains, what happens when you become the only company? Well, at that point, you raise the prices. But your product is now worth this much to people, when really it needs to be worth this much to people in order for them to be profitable. And so, this whole winner-take-all mentality will not work, because once they get that monopoly, people will complain about the prices and a competitor will spring up. And the cycle continues, especially since this whole selling people a product at this price loses them this much money. See how that works? Probably should be more like that. But anyway, Peach has actually figured out how to balance it though. And they are not attempting to be the #1 company in the world. They just are not. They are interested in growing a business. They are interested in being a business. And so the CEO has stated that they will never over-expand. They will always expand as much as necessary to make sure that they are making money and that everybody is making money. And this is the business model these companies need to follow. Will they do it? I don't know. Here's the thing. Most of these companies are Silicon Valley based, and Silicon Valley has a very monopolistic mentality that someone needs to own the market, even though that has never been a healthy thing. Hey, you don't like PCs? Great, buy a Mac. You don't like Word document? Get Word Perfect instead. Competition is always a good thing, and I've stated before, and I will state it again. But here's the thing. More importantly, what's been lost in this whole winner-take-all mentality with the apps is that all these app companies are notoriously not profitable, and they just keep raising fundraising from companies who hope that they will take over, but taking over is no guarantee that they will still make money. Peach is the only food-based app company so far that has figured out how to be a viable business. And when you know how to be a viable business, and if you can stay a viable business, then through all this bickering with Postmates and DoorDash and Caviar and Saucy and Grubhub, and even though I personally love most of the services and use most of the services, and I wish them all the best. I don't want anyone to go out of business except for one, and it's pretty obvious which one that is. But they need to start making money. They need to figure it out, and maybe they should start looking towards companies like Peach to figure out how that is the case. So anyway, I'm now going to pass off to you. What do you folks think? Have any of you heard of Peach? Because I've never heard of Peach until the news broke that they were the most profitable in all of this, and it kind of took me by surprise. And I have sent an email saying I would like to drive for them, but they are not in my market yet. But do you drive for them? What's it like? Let me know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member for as little as $1 a month. $5 will get access to exclusive videos not seen anywhere else. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.